What's up, boys? It's been a while since we've seen the Fighting Nerds in the Octagon. I'm going to make their next matchups. It's been a while since we've seen Gene Silva, Mauricio Ruffy, Kyle Barajo, and Carlos Prates. I'm going to matchmake their next fights. These fights make most sense to me. I believe they should happen in the perfect UFC matchmaking world. I'm going to start off with the first fight. Let me move my camera real quick. Right there. Boom. First matchup I'm going to make for one of the Fighting Nerds. Gene Silva versus Lerone Murphy. Gene Silva coming over a dominant win over Bryce Mitchell. I mean, styled on Bryce Mitchell. Silva does what he always does. Styles on the feet, showboats, and really just looking for the one-shot KO, the highlight reel the whole time. He was able to get it. He pieced Bryce Mitchell up pretty bad with some shots. Eventually, Bryce Mitchell tried to initiate the grappling, but Gene Silva was able to stifle the grappling and get the ninja choke for the dub. Gene Silva, hype train has not been derailed, lost no stock whatsoever. I've heard talks of them wanting him to fight Diego Lopez since they want Yair to fight Volk for the belt. No. Diego Lopez should fight Yair, and in the meantime, we should make a more meaningful matchup for Gene Silva. I believe he should fight number 8 ranked, coming off a win over Josh Frail Emmett, a lot older Josh Emmett, Lerone Murphy. Lerone Murphy, good storyline. You can build this fight. Gene Silva, hype train, gonna look for the one-shot KO, crazy, barks like a fucking dog. Murphy, shot in the face, survived, prospect, even though he's like 35 years old. It's not looking good for the featherweight division. Anyways, Murphy, Silva, I believe this fight should be made. Makes sense. And I think it's going to be a really good fight because Lerone Murphy, well-rounded. He can get dropped, but he is able to stifle big, powerful punchers like Josh Emmett. I mean, Josh Emmett was a lot older, a lot more frail, a lot slower than he was. And if he doesn't land that one big shot, he's cooked. So, Lerone Murphy was able to stifle him. Gene Silva just beat Bryce Mitchell, beat Bagdasarian, and beat some other guy. I already forgot. Beat Bagdasarian, beat Bryce Mitchell. Murphy just beat Josh Emmett, beat Dan Ige, has some great wins under his belt. Dan Ige and Josh Emmett back-to-back are great wins. And I believe this fight's going to be a real technical fight. We could see this fight. No. I was about to say a main event, a fight night. Nope. I could see this fight being a feature fight on a pay-per-view or a co-main event on a stacked fight night. So, who would I think will win this fight? Honestly, I think it's a lot closer fight than people think. I mean, Lerone Murphy can get chin, and that's kind of his downfall. He did get knocked down by Dan Ige and hurt really bad. Gene Silva, looking for the highlight reel KO, and I believe if this fight's like in a Apex setting, I don't think Gene Silva will have as much excitement that he does in any other fight. So I think if there's no crowd cheering him on and there's no loud crowd yelling when he's in the cage, he's throwing spinning kicks, he's throwing big right hands, he's gesturing, he's showboating. I think this fight being an Apex fight can really pay Gene Silva a disservice. But I think Lerone Murphy, he does have a chance in this fight. I think it's like a 60-40 type of matchup. No, more like a 60-40 for me. Gene Silva, he could find that one shot, and his finishing potential is insane. If he gets you down, he's going to finish you, or he'll find a way later in the fight. I think Gene Silva could get it done by KO in, I'd say, probably the second or first round. But I don't know if Lerone Murphy is going to want to fight down in competition and have a 3-round fight with this absolute killer. So I don't know. They might pull some fucking bullshit and have a main event like an Apex card or something. But I think Gene Silva gets it done by knockout, second round. Awesome fight. Great fight. I want to see it made. I want to see it happen so we could have even more stock for Gene Silva. Moving on. Second fight I'm going to make for a Fighting Nerd. Mauricio Ruffy versus Joel Alvarez. So Mauricio Ruffy just spinning wheel kick KO'd Bobby Green out cold. Ever since Bobby Green changed his name to King, it has been really bad for him. I mean, basically died in the octagon against Jalen Turner. Gets and then he comes back, beats Jim Miller, but he gets sent to the fucking Shadow Realm by Mauricio Ruffy. And Mauricio Ruffy, he was stinging him with some shots. And that whole fight, it looked like Bobby Green was scared to initiate an exchange with Mauricio Ruffy. And that is crazy. I mean, the fear that Ruffy puts in his opponents, knowing that they could get highlight reel KO'd at any second, it's for sure like an overpowered thing. And I believe he shouldn't get like a Michael Chandler fight. Like, it is kind of a jump up at competition. And yeah, he's not even ranked. So I think a hardcore MMA fans fight, and a fight that people will sleep on. But overall, if he gets the right promotion, this fight will be big. Joel Alvarez on a fucking streak, he fought Arman Tsarukyan, who actually did all right against Arman Tsarukyan. And then he beat the shit out of Elvis Brenner. Beat the shit out of him, honestly. Knees put away Elvis Brenner. Then just recently just killed Jakar Close. I mean, it was a crazy finish because he hit him on a flying knee and had a guillotine in at the same time. And he was and it was like Joel Alvarez couldn't choose if he was either going to choke his ass, submit him, or he was going to knock him out and with some follow-up shots, dude. And I don't know, man. This is like a 50-50 fight for me because Mauricio Ruffy, yeah, he could throw a spinning low kick out of nowhere and knock out Joel. But again, this fight, Ruffy's not going to be able to do what he usually does. Joel's going to be on him. He's going to be mixing it up. Joel Alvarez, he's not this flashy guy. When he's in there, dude, he's going to fucking kill you. So I want to see Ruffy get tested hard. I want to see him not get an old Michael Chandler. I want to see him not get a Beneil Dariush. I want to see him fight someone who is just like in his place. Same place as him. Coming up, getting big wins. But Alvarez, dude, I think, this is such a 50-50 fight for me because Alvarez is so damn good and Ruffy is so damn good. But I think Alvarez could beat Ruffy. I think he could. I think he's going to put the pressure on Ruffy. He's going to make Ruffy back up. He's going to make Ruffy second guess his shots. He's going to make Ruffy hesitate. And he could win a very back and forth decision. Or he could catch Ruffy with a big knee. Alright, that'd be hard for him to catch Ruffy with a knee. But he could catch Ruffy with a body kick, body shots over and over. Could send him flying to the ground. But it's such a 50-50 fight for me. But if I had to choose right now, I would take Joel Alvarez by a split decision. Actually, I don't know. Because these guys can finish. Alvarez. Oh my god. Alvarez body shot TKO round 3. Moving on for the next fighting nerd. Adesanya. So I believe the next fight for Caio Barajo should be Adesanya versus Barajo. And so there was like some talks about him fighting Chimaev, him fighting Amavov, but the thing is, Chimaev's getting a title shot. Amavov wouldn't want to fight a number 6 ranked guy when he's the number 1 contender in the middleweight division. So I believe the fight that's most likely going to happen, that should happen, is Adesanya should come back against Caio. And I think this is a more even matchup than people think. You know, Caio, he can mix it up. He can strike on the feet. He does hit he does hit fucking hard, and Caio is the guy who hasn't fought in the longest amount of time. It's been a while since he's fucking beat Jared Cannonier. And I believe he needs to get right back in there. It's been a little too long for him to be sitting around. And I think he should come back against Adesanya. I mean, to Adesanya, this is a approachable fight because again, I'm pretty sure Adesanya still has some of that confidence in him that he could beat this up-and-comer Brazilian fighting nerds, a lot of hype behind him. This fight is a close fight as well. But again, I think Caio Barajo, the fighting nerd, he is probably the most He has like the highest fight IQ out of everybody on the team. So I think he will find the weaknesses in the low kicks. He will find the weaknesses in the wrestling. Even though Adesanya has really good takedown defense, I think Kyle Barajo can stifle Adesanya against the cage and slow down his striking and ultimately just win an MMA fight over Adesanya, who's trying to win a kickboxing fight. Yeah, I think Barajo can get it done by decision against Adesanya. Probably like a 49-46 decision. And if it's not unanimous, it'd be like a 49-46, 249-46 and a 48-47 for Barajo. I mean, I think he would honestly find his range on the feet, actually start catching Adesanya with some shots. If he doesn't put him away, then it will go to decision. Adesanya just get KO'd by Imavov, but Imavov is really good. He was getting pieced up the whole fight, and then he just unloaded that overhand out of fucking nowhere and followed up with an uppercut that overall just put Adesanya out. And that could happen in this fight, but he could catch Adesanya with the 1-2 against the fence, put Adesanya down, knock him down. That could happen. But to me, right now, I think there's a lot more even matchup on the feet, and I think Barajo mixes it up enough. He could find that shot, but right now I'm thinking a unanimous decision for Barajo. 49-46, 148-47. Moving on. The last fight for the last fighting nerd I'm going to match make right now. Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales. So, Prates, there was talks of him fighting like a Colby Covington, but again, I don't think Prates should really. I mean, he already got tested, but I don't think he should get an easy fight back into the top and back towards the top 10. So I think he needs to fight Michael Morales. I mean, Michael Morales. If I look at the welterweight division right now, let's see if I can pull up the rankings here. Come on, give me the rankings. Okay. So let me switch my screen over real quick. So window capture. All right. So if we look at the rankings, if we look at the welterweight division, we got Carlos Prates number 13 and Michael Morales number 8. So the thing is right now, so Michael Morales just beat Gilbert Burns. Colby Covington is going to look for a fight probably with Kevin Holland. And if we look at anybody above welterweight, so Bilal Muhammad, he's going to be waiting for the winner of probably Kamaru Usman or Joaquin Buckley. Jack Della going to fight Islam. Shavkat's probably going to fight Sean Brady. Leon Edwards, he's kind of in limbo right now. Probably would fight Ian Machado Gary. Kamaru Usman is fighting Joaquin Buckley. So it seems like all these matchups are already taken already. I don't think Ian Gary's going to want to fight another upcoming prospect. So I think a big fight to make right now is Carlos Prates versus Michael Morales. I think that's the big fight to make right now. And honestly, I think that Carlos Prates could get this fight. But again, Michael Morales, he is aggressive. He does hit hard. But again, Gilbert Burns did look like he did quit. I think if Prates really locks in, he could win this fight on the feet. And I think he could put Morales down. He could put Morales down as a big comeback for Prates, dude. Prates, good striking on the feet. He looks so like in no hurry whatsoever against Ian Gary in the first 3-4 rounds. As soon as the 5th round hit, he was on Ian Gary. But Prates, he was waiting way too much to let go of his hands, dude. So, honestly, right now, I think Prates could beat Morales on the feet. Like a first or second round TKO, straight right hand down the pipe, puts Morales down. Prates follows up with some big shots on the ground, puts him away, gets right back in the top 10. Michael Morales, he is good. He's more of a point fighter from what I've seen on his come up. Finished Gilbert Burns, but again, it's kind of like Gilbert. He's not really in the game anymore. So, yeah, I think Prates can beat Morales by KO, probably in the first or second round. I think Prates, he's going to be grinding. It's been the first time since he was the first fighter to lose. So There's going to be a lot of pressure on his back, on his shoulders, a lot of, what do you call it? A lot of negativity directed towards him when it comes to people on the internet, or maybe even his teammates, or really anybody, because they're going to be pushing him a lot harder in these training camps. They're going to be training even more in these training camps, cut down on the partying and everything, because he was the first one to take an L out of the Big Four. And against Ian Gary, again, that is great. That is not a bad loss whatsoever, because Ian Gary is good. But again, he's going to come back with the vengeance, dude. He's going to come back with a fire fucking lit under his butt cheeks, bro. And he's going to put the pressure on Morales. He's going to hit Morales. He's going to be more high output down the pipe. And I think he can beat Morales straight right hand down the pipe. Second round TKO. And, bro, that's it. Those are all the fights I have to make for the Fighting Nerds right now. And, yeah, to go a quick overview over it. Gene Silva finishes Leroy Murphy in a close fight, probably in the second or the third. Alvarez beats Ruffy, probably third round TKO. Barajo beats Adesanya to a 49-46 decision. And Carlos Prates knocks out Marco Morales in the first and second round. That's all the fights I have to make. I'll see you guys in the next video. Had to switch it up today. Newer content. Not much to make videos about right now other than the fights coming up this Saturday. I already made a video about that. But I wanted to switch it up. I wanted to put some more narratives out in the MMA space. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all later. Stay safe. Peace.